Hey, what's up, everybody? Marco here. Before we get started, I would just like to thank our friends and sponsors who help keep that damn light on up there and assist general population with yours truly move forward. So, without any further ado, if you're anything like me and need to get back into some serious shape as soon as humanly possible, then I recommend for sure that you guys talk to my friends Katia Vaz and George Solorzano from Rio Hot Fitness. Hey, even if you are in shape, doesn't really matter. If you want an exclusive setting away from everybody with personal trainers who will push you to the next level, which they absolutely will, then give them a call. They also have swimwear and fitness apparel available. So check into Rio Hot Fitness, located on 1849 Sawtell Boulevard, Suite 101, Los Angeles, California, 90025. All right, now if you're in the LA area and you're interested in getting a tattoo, then make sure to hit up my buddy Darwin Lizarraga at Draw On Me Tattoos, located at 20050 Van Owen Street, Unit F, Winnetka. I'll spell it for you. WINNETKA, California 91306. The guy really is extremely talented, and I highly recommend you contact him. Matter of fact, let him know I sent you. He'll hook you up even more. Are you interested in selling a home? If so, then talk to my buddy Joseph Chilcote at Joseph Chilcote Realty down in San Diego. He also covers Riverside and Los Angeles and is literally helping people make hundreds of thousands of dollars and more for their homes. Within 15 minutes, you'll learn his step-by-step process to make sure that you don't leave any money on the table. So if you're thinking about selling and you don't know who to talk to, then contact my friend from way back then, which is a fact. I've known this guy most of my life, Mr. Joseph Chilcote at Joseph Chilcote Realty, and he'll make sure that you get that top dollar. If you're looking for a visual effects specialist and film editor, talk to my friend Andres Carrillo Gomez. I've actually worked with him many a time, and I recommend you hit up the guy for quality production. So once again, Andres Carrillo Gomez. I'm actually working with him on this episode right now, so hit up the guy for sure. Film editing and a visual effects specialist. Let him know I sent you. Good enough. All right, for costume and accessory design, as well as rocker style apparel, talk to my very talented friend, Mr. Jeffrey DeBerthy at JD Fashion Design. You can find him on Instagram and Facebook, both under the same name, Jeffrey DeBerthy. So if you're looking for rocker style apparel, costume, and accessory design, now you know who to find. Good times with great efforts, my friends. Now, if you like this episode, you want to check out more, then please make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I hear good things about that notifications thing, so turn it on as well. And let's move forward together. Speaking of moving forward, without any further ado.
It doesn't make any sense, man.
All right, everybody, welcome back to General Population. It's no secret that I am completely and absolutely and utterly inspired by who we got today on the show. I don't even know where to begin with this one. You guys have heard of
Sepultura from Brazil.
and that and
Soulfly.
that and this and
Cavalera conspiracy to you all.
by Mr. Max fucking Cavalera, man. How are you doing, sir?
Good to be here, man. Good to be talking to you.
Ay, coño, bro. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's we just finished a tour not too long ago. One of the last shows was actually the Whiskey. It was awesome. It was sold out, and so I just been home resting right now. Getting ready for some more touring next year.
What was the tour like? I mean, I know the COVID thing was all crazy and you guys did
Yeah,
media and shit. How did that work out for you?
it was.
And-
It was
and fir-
different.
First of all, before you do that, everybody wants to fucking give you a hug. Everybody wants to say hello to Max. And everybody wants to be like, my God, you're the biggest inspiration. So how did you deal with that? All right, you do it. Like the COVID thing, the social distancing thing. How did it work for you, man?
Yeah, everybody was really cool. Everybody understands the situation. We, of course, it was different from the other tours because there was no meet and greets, and we didn't really bring anybody to the bus. We couldn't,
I,
we didn't want to take any risks,
I wanted to be. I wanted to go to the damn show at the Whiskey. And here's the sad part about it. About like 9 years ago, I was supposed to open up for Death Angel at the Whiskey. I had like a fucking band back then and stuff like that. Is it okay to swear? I know it's my show and everything, but I don't want to like.
Yeah,
Are you
you're
good?
good.
Like, my God, I am not usually fanboy like this before, but like, I mean, and I was warned, don't fan out too much. So I'm gonna keep it to a dull roar. But yeah, so like apparently at the time my lead singer, which I am the lead singer, but he didn't want to fucking do the show, so I had to cancel it. And then I ended up dealing with the pay to play bullshit, and I didn't want to pay. So now I'm basically 86, which is why I couldn't go to the show, which drives me fucking up a wall. But how did it go? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but like, how did the tour
Yeah,
go? Yeah.
the show is great. It was cool to be back doing what we love, because we had this forced break, that everybody had to deal with it, like 2 years. And if somebody like me, I've been touring heavily for the last 25 years.
At least.
I'm talking about every year, 8 months of the year is on the road, man. So when it's taken away from you, it was strange. I was like home going, I'm spending too much time at home. I need to go out there. I need to do what I do, because playing live is what I love. That's the stage is my church, man. That's my sanctuary. This is like, I live for this. So on that level, being back at doing what you love, it was great. The amount of reception the fans gave to the shows was amazing. That's the other cool thing. You could tell that people were starving for music. They were like, "Oh my God, am I really here? This is happening."
Yeah.
Like Soulfly is actually here playing right now. It's
That's
like
what I'm. That's
almost
what
like
I'm.
hard to believe.
Exactly, because it's not like we're starving for fucking music. We're starving for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's very specific. Like, I can be hungry as hell, but I don't eat grits. Like, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
I like the shit. And by the way, I was talking to a few friends, man. Fogo de Chao, dude. I would love to go to Fogo de Chao with you guys, man. I went over the top the other day. I love my Brazilian skewers. I was actually going to tell you something funny. My aunt had a samba dancer. Her name, I should not mention here, but I dated her for like 3 years. So I got a few little things with the Brazilian. I got tabon. Is tabon like tabon?
Tá bom.
Tabon.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Like todo bueno, yeah, fucking. And I got ciao and obrigado. I think I got obrigado.
Yeah. Those are good words. I'll teach you the bad ones.
Yeah, well, we can do that now, but we should probably do that later, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love to go to Fogo de Chao. That's we
And by the way,
we've
they're
been to
not
a
paying.
couple ones on tour.
They're not paying me to say this, and so Max Cavalera and Marco Lesher are not like advocating going there, but it is delicious.
No, it's a good place. I'm like, we try to go to places when we tour. There's a place in Argentina called Nazarenas, and I've been going there since Sepultura days. First time I was there, I think it was the Arise tour.
I didn't know if I was allowed to bring that up, but
no, it's all good. We can talk about.
We can do that.
And first time I was there, I had my son Zion, which just played drums for Soulfly now. He was like 2 years old. They got this big ass steaks, man. It's Argentina. It's a steak counter.
It's all meat. It's meat, moro, like meat. Fucking, it's so delicious too, man. They deep fry.
Gaucho.
Right, is that what it's called? It's
Gaucho style, yeah.
No, but there's this like fucking thing they do. It's like this huge meat curl, and they freaking fry it, and it's psychotic.
So every time we were Argentina, we go to Nazarenas, and I've been to like 80 countries now, so we go to crazy places like Tunisia and
oh my God,
like Russia, Siberia, so you try a lot of different stuff, man. It's cool. I love I think it's cool. I think it's all about learning. You know, it's something that that you always learn, and kind of helps you open your mind too. You know, it's cool. Like not knowing what you're gonna get into it and try something different. You know, and then next thing you know, that becomes your favorite food or your favorite drink
Hey,
or your
well,
favorite
okay.
city.
Okay, well, let me cut you off right there, man. You say it's okay to talk about Sepultura?
Yeah, yeah, of
Okay,
course.
okay. All right. So, all right, motherfuck, dude. Like, man, it to me, I felt like I just jumped out of an airplane and I had to catch my bearings, dude. I look, man. I've been around a lot of fucking famous people my entire life. All right, like I'm in a famous family, but I'm a metalhead. You know, I got an album coming out, Clear Road. Everyone check it out. But the fact of the matter is, there are maybe, what is it? Like maybe 4 albums in my entire life that fucking changed the game for me. Chaos AD, all right, dude, like what you did, I whoa, shit, break my microphone on this. Oh my god. All right, so let's start back to the beginning. You and Igor in fucking Sepultura back in the day. What was it like growing up as you guys back in the old school and back in the goddamn whenever that shit happened in Brazil? And what was it like with like violence and everything like that you had to go through? Because there's a lot of shit that goes out, goes on out there. But coming up as a metal band and the way you guys did that, how did it work out? Like, where did it start? Like, fuck, was that you being? Because I got a cousin, my aunt's son. Like, he's like my Igor. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie. And I was just wondering, how did he even start? Where did the fucking Cavaleras come from? What? Give me something here. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think it all boils down to the death of my father, and that is it's something that happened when I was 9 years old. He had a heart attack and died suddenly, and nobody was prepared. None of the family was prepared. And while he was alive, we were pretty much a medium class family. We had a little bit of money. He worked in the embassy, the Italian embassy in Sao Paulo. But
Italian.
after he died, yeah, he was Italian. After
You're
he
you're
died,
Italian?
my half, yeah,
Going, yo, I didn't know that.
Cavalera, Cavalera.
Cavalera. Hey man, I'm Marco Antonio, man. I don't know how
There you
that
go.
works.
My middle name is Antonio.
Get the fuck out of here. Do you
Yeah,
want to hear?
Massimiliano Antonio Cavalera.
Fuck you. So here we got Marco Antonio Martinez Molina, Baeza Franco de la Osa,
That's awesome.
Lesher, because my dad is Lesher. So my
That's cool.
family just all right. Keep going, keep going. I need to know this. This is amazing.
So he died, right? And all of a sudden we we were broke, man. We didn't have any money, so we moved back to Belo Horizonte, where we were born, and we had to start working in factories and shit. And we were all like really third world pissed off kids. Me and Igor, we were punks. We're rebelling. Like we hate everything. And then metal comes, and metal in Brazil comes like salvation. This is like a weapon. You
But
can use this thing.
Who?
That's how I. That's how I saw metal.
Yeah, but who the fuck did you?
Well, the regular stuff, Black Sabbath, ACDC, but we also start getting into the heavy stuff, Venom,
Venom,
Celtic
yeah.
Frost,
Yep.
Discharge, so by the time we were 11, 12, we are really deep into metal, like metalheads, totally metalheads. And I think by the time we record the first thing, I was 13 or 14. Igor was maybe 13. And so we're very young, man, when we made our first recording, Bestial Devastation. It was like we entered the studio, it looked like a spaceship. What is this? A spaceship? You don't know what to do here,
Hey, do
man.
you speak Spanish, by the way?
But
Do you speak
I
Spanish?
understand.
Okay, so if un poquito. So where did it happen to where like did you guys know, like did Igor know he's gonna drum and you're gonna be the motherfucking Max Cavalera that we all grew up.
Yeah. I mean, Igor was a fantastic drummer from the beginning because he used to go and drum for the Palmeiras Football Club. That's a soccer team,
I get it.
and he was the mascot. And when we
Like
had
a mascot.
that mascot, Igor was the youngest. He was like, my dad would take us to the game. Igor was like 6 years old, and he was a badass on the snare already. So I wanted to be a drummer. I'm a failed drummer myself.
Yeah, well,
That's why there's a lot of rhythm in my riffs. There's a lot of rhythm. My brother always says that. He always says, Max, your riffs are full of rhythm because you are a percussionist at heart. So I have percussion in my heart. That's why my rhythms, the Refuse to Resist riff, it's all percussion. So it all comes from that. So we were pretty close, man. But Igor, he kicked my ass on drums, man. He's an amazing drummer.
Igor is the man, and actually, my cousin, my aunt Charo's son, man, we had a band back in the day, and fucking like his biggest influences were Vinnie Paul and Igor Cavalera, and he would sit. Yeah, it was because we got a little Latin flavor to ourselves, and it was just when I heard refuse, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. And dude, I'm not even joking, dude. Like, I'm not even joking. I want to get there first, but before we get there, so you went through the 80s though, and I remember you were like fucking crazy thrashy. Like you had all the like you were going for that. Whoo. So talk about that scenario and talk about if that's just youth trying to prove themselves like I can fucking jam like that. And then before all hell breaks loose, then you drop this album that kind of changes everything, and it was like a paradigm shift in metal. And so what was okay, so yeah, so talk about that transition, like fucking you jamming all those 80s thrash kind of mojos. And trust me, man, I've watched every damn thing you've ever done. I don't want to be a goofball right now, you know what I'm saying? Like how you looked up to everybody. Like, fuck, you're the guy. Hey, people watching this is Max motherfucking Cavalera. So, like, you guys get what's going on here. So, were you trying to prove yourself worthy that you can do that? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I mean, it was us trying to, like I say, I always said in a lot of interviews, the music is a weapon,
Yes, sir.
It can be a weapon if you let it. So the music we were creating, and also it's about the influence, like because a lot of those trashy records, everything from Morbid Visions all the way to the other stuff, it's all influenced by a lot of stuff we were listening to, like a lot of death metal, a lot of thrash metal, a lot of black metal, and a lot of hardcore.
Do you ever get into like Chuck Schuldiner and shit like that?
Yeah, I used to trade tape trading. We were pen pals. We write letters.
Yo, like they went to that fucking, what was it called? What was the place that you guys recorded at? God damn it, something sound.
Morrisound,
yeah.
Morrisound, yeah.
I can't even believe I'm talking to you right now, man. This is fucking amazing. So that's why Cannibal Corpse and fucking they all went there because Sepultura was there. Anyway, keep going.
So all those influences, man, we were tape trading with Death, with Morbid Angel, and we were listening to a lot of Slayer, of course, and we were just trying to prove to people in Brazil that we were just as good as these guys. Just give us a chance, So it was really kind of like us against the world kind of feeling. Like we were hated. Nobody liked it.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm saying. How do people in fucking Bahia and shit fucking take it? You know what I mean?
Like, only small pockets of people that like that, that like that metal. The whole country hated what we're doing. We was treated as a joke, not serious. Even my own family, my own family, I had uncles. Like, get a job, cut your hair, get a real job.
I totally get that.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck you, uncle. I'm doing what I love, man.
Dude, at the same time, look, this is going to be morbid. I lost my uncle a couple of years ago. My Aunt Charo's husband shot himself in the head. And we went like, I don't know if you all know all that bullshit. I think Gloria might know and everybody knows. But the weird part was I was always trying to prove myself to them too. So, and especially that because like I'm a pianist by heart. Like that's where it all came from. But as soon as I heard your music and as soon as I fucking heard Vulgar Display of Power, and as soon as which is a little outdated, but like when I heard Master of Puppets, which is all around the same time, I grew up in Hawaii. You've been to
Okay.
Oahu and shit like that, eh?
Nice.
So yeah, it's gorgeous, man. But that was the weirdest part about it. So here we are out there just fucking hitting shit hard. And people are like, well, it's not reggae. Go fuck yourself, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. When did they start accepting you?
It was little by little, you know, it was not something that happened overnight, but the first thing that happened, I remember, and this was huge. They noticed, they realized, the Brazilian press realized that in England we were on the polls, we were beating all the bands like New Order and Cure. We were above them on the underground indie lists, and that kind of freaked them out. They couldn't believe it, like the Brazilian bands doing that, you know. um and then the other thing that happened was the first Rock in Rio, the second Rock in Rio
Rock and
we got to
Rio,
play.
dude.
Yeah, so when we did that, it was our own country, it was Maracanã Stadium, and
Yeah,
we killed it.
dope.
We killed the show. I don't know if there's YouTube. I'm sure
There's
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 YouTube.
footage, bro. I've seen you guys in your youth so many damn times. It's
Yeah,
hysterical,
so you
man.
know those things always help, but I think I agree with you. I think Chaos is definitely, so that's a different trip.
So okay, so let's
It's such a hard record to make, man, because it's
so
different
so
from everything else.
so let's get into that, Max, because like that changed my life and a lot of people's lives. I ain't gonna lie. So you went from fucking doing dope. By the way, it's not easy for you motherfuckers out there. Not you. I don't point at you. For the other motherfuckers out there, if you want to do that role and sing and play the guitar at the same time, and you're riffing that hard and you're going that hard, I mean, it's fucking dexterity, and it's you got to be talented. You know what I mean? And you got to practice a lot. But what you did with Chaos AD was such like a paradigm shift that it went it's like new people all of a sudden. So what was that mindset? Because I remember
Yeah.
I watched an interview with you where you were like, you know what, we're not going to do anything we used to do anymore, we're going to do something different. And I would like to know what that mindset was and what you were going for with Chaos
Well,
AD,
yeah,
which is one of my favorite albums ever.
because what everybody expected, and in fact, it would have been okay. I don't think nobody would have complained if he would have done another record like Arise, you know. But the thing that would have bothered me is that we were not moving forward. You're not progressing. You're staling. You know, you stale. And I never liked that. I always liked the idea of progress. Still today, I like the idea of pushing boundaries, making people think, bring something different, and all those elements. And we had a chance. You know, this was our chance. We had a chance now coming from our rise to make a different record. So what we did was we slowed everything down, and we started making songs that were more focused more on the rhythm section. And I think kind of found also an identity. You know, we were really
Oh, you found an
proud to
identity,
be
bro.
Brazilians. You know, like
Yeah.
we're, because a lot of people even didn't know about Brazil. So we did songs like Caiovas and Manifest and
Rata.
Territory and stuff like that. You know, so
I loved it. Oh my god. No, but
um,
what we're really fucked people up that really they weren't aware of is the beginning of refuse resist, where it comes in the it just had so much tribal feel to it. It had so much
yeah,
to where like when you're listening, like fuck, what was it? 95s? What was it?
95, yeah.
95 and fucking it was so damn different. than any. Even fucking Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters was and whatever was going like, you know what? I thought metal was pretty stale, but what Sepultura is doing right now is about as innovative as it's gonna ever get. So
Yeah.
that just blew my mind. I don't want to spend too much time on it, man. Um, and I don't want too much of the drama either. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't even bring this up. So how are you and Igor doing before I get into the next Soulfly role and everything else? Are you guys doing all right?
Yeah, yeah, we're doing good. Igor's in England. He's a London guy. He's been in London for more than 10 years.
Nice.
Um, we got a show booked for Maryland Death Fest next year,
Mhm.
playing the whole Arise and Beneath the Remains. And that show is kick-ass, by the way. If you have the chance to see it, it's great.
That's I
It's
see.
the
I see.
best of both records.
How creepy is it when I'm sitting here telling you I watch everything you do?
Yeah,
Not in a gross way, you know what I mean?
right,
But
right.
like, I fucking watch everything you do. Everyone that's watching this, who even gives a shit about my show and everything I'm saying, we all know who the fuck you are, man. This is
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So I mean, we're good, man. You know, we're actually better now than we ever been. Every time we get together, it's a lot of fun, and I love playing those old songs with him, and we still work on Cavalera stuff.
yeah.
Um, you know, and we're gonna do some more stuff next year, more touring and more recording. Um, but yeah, I got my hands, my plate's full. I got so many projects. I got Killer Be Kill. I got Go Ahead and Die. I got Soulfly. I got Cavalera. You know, it's hard.
Hold
It's
on.
hard to juggle all of them.
Cavalera conspiracy for the idiots who don't know what the fuck you're even saying or whatever, but like, it's still Cavalera conspiracy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we might drop the conspiracy. I don't know. We're gonna see it.
Why not? Just fuck it.
Yeah, but you know, it's me and Igor just going hard and doing what we always did since we were kids. You know, and this is like a it's going on almost 40 years now of playing together. Um,
isn't that
you know,
weird?
I'm 52 now, so you know, it is probably close to 30, maybe 39, 38 years. But yeah, like our relationship is great. I look forward to do these things, man. I love where I am right now in my life because I get to pick and choose the projects that I want to work with, and I only touch stuff that has no uh, uh, there's you know try to touch stuff that's gonna give me that'll be fun. That's gonna be fun that I enjoy it and there's hopefully no stress involved. You know, that's how we did Cavalera. Um, and that's yeah, you know, that's to me it's fun to jump from one project to the other. I love Killer BQ. I love
I do
playing with
too.
those guys.
Man, I tell you what, I like Cavalera conspiracy, if you want to call it Cavalera. I thought you all sounded better there than you do in most places. How's your relationship with your old boys, though, man? You know who I'm talking about, fuckers. And I know that's a three-part question. What do you think about that other guy that fucking does the lead singing?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I think in the end of the day, I think the fans know what the band, how the band was, and what it is now. The difference, and you know, I really, I really don't care. I'm not bitter. They do what they do. I do what I do. It's been like that for a long time now.
I know.
Um, but I mean, you can't touch the classics. You know,
You
those
just you
records that we
you
did.
just
Those
you,
are
you just can't. It's like the Beatles fucking replacing John Lennon and just trying to still go forward with shit. It's just not gonna work. Just break the fuck up,
yeah.
fuck
I
off. You
mean,
know what I mean?
it still goes, but it's like it is what it is. You know, but you know, um, if you want to really hear something that sounds close to what it was, you have to come see me and Igor play. You know, that's the only thing that is going to be close
I'm
to
almost
what it
about to, I'm
was
almost about to fucking
to that
tear
time.
up.
You know,
So that being said, Mr. Max Cavalera, how did the writing go? You know, I watched a little interview. You know, like I said, I know a lot about you, and I watched an interview that you wrote a lot of the music for Chaos AD and stuff in Phoenix,
yeah.
on the desert. Is that you? Is that your brainchild? Are you the guy who's going like, "Hey, here we go, fucking Chaos AD"? And do
A
you?
lot of it. a lot of it, because I was really inspired at that time. In fact, I did 2 records at the same time. I did that and Nail Bomb. And a lot of people really, really like Nail Bomb a lot too. It's like a cult kind of record. Um, but yeah, I'm always, um, when you're inspired and the riffs are coming out of you naturally,
Yeah,
you
for
have to
sure.
just go for it, man. You cannot hold back, and I did not hold anything back. So I have a lot of the demos from those recordings, and I had all these crazy ideas, like going recording in a castle in Wales. I remember I remember telling the producer this idea, and then Andy Wallace, he just looked at me like, "You're a crazy motherfucker, but we'll make it happen because you're the boss, because what you want." I was like, "Yeah, I want to record a song about a Brazilian tribe that committed suicide in a Welsh castle." It makes no sense.
Here-
It's totally nuts. It's
Absolutely local, dude. But here's the
a
thing: is a
nuts
lot.
idea, but it's cool. That's what makes it cool, man.
I know, but the thing is, a lot of people that listen to the tunes, they're not even really understanding what it's all about. It's just it sounds so good, though. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
sounds
I mean,
so fucking good.
some people pay attention to the message,
Well, yeah, of course, me and a million trillion other people.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like, if I had my 15-year-old friend show up and they're just gonna hear wing ding 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 ding, like
the
they're
the
not really
music
gonna get it.
the music always came first, and
Yeah.
that's how I still see it today. I'm a riff man. We call ourselves, riff man, riff lord, riff people, whatever. Um, I can spend 10 hours riffing every day and don't get tired of it.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
neither.
get tired. I love it. I fucking love it, man. It's crazy.
You
Still
still,
today,
you still, yeah, I was about to say, still today.
I still, when I do max tracks, which is just the thing I do on Facebook,
Very nice.
I gotta prepare for it, and a lot of times takes me 2 3 days to get ready for a song, and sometimes I play for 8 hours just getting ready for the max tracks. I love it, man. It's fun.
So
What
let
I
me
do.
let me ask you some fucked up shit because there's a lot of people out there that want to know. Were drugs and alcohol ever a problem, an issue? And since you went through the 80s and the 90s and the new shit, like how did you stay focused to shit? Because you really are like an inspiration and you really are still doing it. You really are still loving it. And I know that you're not an inebriated motherfucker, but everybody has a problem in their youth at some point or another. Like
Right.
how did that all work out back in the day, man?
Well, and that's something that's cool, that I talk a little bit about that in my book, when I wrote the book My Bloody Roots.
My
With
bloody roots,
with
everybody. My blood.
with
That's gonna be on the screen, like right? No, yeah, my bloody
Yeah,
roots. Everyone, fucking
yeah.
read that. Anyway, yeah, go for
Joe
it.
Joe MacGyver was the author. We had Dave Grohl doing the intro.
Nice.
But in the book, I wanted to put something, because when I made the book, I was already I think 10 years, 8 years sober, and I had a hardcore fight with alcoholism and drugs, like, because I was a crazy bastard.
We all.
I puke on Eddie Vedder, man. I puke on his fucking
You
legs.
barfed. You puked on Eddie Vedder,
Yeah, on his legs, man. That's how
man.
fucked up I was. Um,
Hey, I got a funny thing to tell you. Hey, hold on. Please remember your thought. So I'm in Beverly Hills right now recording an album at my family's house. This background is fucking brought to you by Coochie Coochie and all that bullshit. But right next door, I was listening to a band, really right next door. Rain Round a Better Man. And I'm going, dude, I know that fucking voice. So I went over there and asked, and apparently Eddie Vedder was rehearsing right next door for his next fucking tour. So
all
I'm
right.
like, wow, that's a needle in a haystack. Could you imagine that? Now I want to throw up on Eddie Vedder,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
uh, it's all good, man. We're good. He was super cool about it, by the way. He didn't freak out or nothing. But you know, I was out of control on my early years, especially around the Chaos AD Pantera tours. Like I don't know how
oh no, we're gonna get into all the Pantera stuff.
I don't know
Tell me,
how we did not die of alcohol poison on the Pantera tour, man, because that shit was fucking nuts.
tell me more
Uh,
about it. I heard that they demanded the bands they jammed with to drink, and if not, they'd kick them off the
oh
tour.
yeah,
That was for
yeah.
real, in serio real though.
That
Like,
bag was for real on that.
shit. Did he
Got you
put you?
to, You
Did
had to
he
do the
put you?
black tooth shots, you know.
No,
Called
yeah, black tooth grins, man. Fuck,
Yeah.
really? So he put you through all that shit?
Yeah, well, I did two tours, one with Seppo and one with Soulfly. And then on the Soulfly one, I was trying to kick back and and drink less. I still managed to drink less, but I still got drunk. You know, you just cannot tour with Pantera and don't get fucked up.
There's
It
no
doesn't
way.
happen.
It just
It doesn't
doesn't
happen.
fucking happen.
But you know, I conquer. It's cool. You know, the cool thing about my story, I think, is that I've been to the dark side, man. You know, never on heroin. I never took heroin. Thank God.
Yeah,
You know, I
no.
probably would love it too much.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
problem, man. That's like I
right.
smoked
So
it.
I never,
I
no need
smoked
to, you know.
I smoked it once. I itched for a while and I thought I was gonna die, so I never did it again, dude.
Yeah. So I never went there, but I did everything else. You know, Brazilian, you know, Brazilian or Colombian Coke, Brazilian Coke, all the best Coke. I did it
That's
all,
probably
man.
the best fucking shit on the planet,
Best
too.
shit.
Oh my god, I got a story for you. Fuck. Ready for this story? I don't even know where to go. First of all, before we get to Dimebag, do you remember Reed Mullen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
he was a good friend of mine, dude. Rest in peace, Reed Mullen, drummer of
Yeah.
Corrosion of Conformity. We all knew him and miss him and stuff like that. I used to party with him. He gave me a phone call out of the blue. It was, I don't even know how many years ago, but he was out there here in Los Angeles, out here in Los Angeles, and they were gonna play like some huge show, like 60 songs, 3 hours. And he hits me up. He's like, "Man, I'm in a limo. I've got fucking Pepper from the band. I've got Randy Blythe. I've got Corey, and I'm here. And we're all hanging out. We're going to a gig. Do you want to come with us?" I was so high on cocaine, dude. And I'm sitting here going, this is not the way I want to fucking meet you guys. You know what I mean? I was just
Right.
such a mess. And that's the last time I did that shit, by the way. But I was such a mess. And then later he ended up dying. I don't know what it was for, and I don't want to get into it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's crazy, man. You know, so that's the thing about what I like that I put in the book is actually to help people go through the shit, you know,
yeah.
because you can, you know, um it's not easy, but it's possible to do. And to me, it came down to I had to go to a place, you know, I spent like 8 months in Florida on a
In one of them retreats that sober you up and
rehab
shit.
places,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Fuck.
to do it right, you know. I wanted to leave after 1 month. They say you're not leaving. You know, my wife's like, you know, you're staying until you're fucking cured.
Nah, Gloria,
Uh,
yeah, she's cool, man. She put the damn foot down, brother.
yeah. So, you know, it was cool because I learned about the disease, man. I know about it now. I know what it is. I know all the things, and I realized my priorities when I was done. Because like you know, I was talking to some doctor. The doctor's like, well, you keep going like this with the drinking and the drugs, you know, you have maybe 1 or 2 more years and you're gonna be dead. You know, so it's like, you know, do I want to die or do I want to continue doing this what I love? So my priorities was music and my family. That I love my family,
I was
man.
gonna
So,
say that you got a bunch of kids, man. You got little
yeah,
Igor. Fucking whose kid is little Igor, by the way?
that's my kid,
That's your son, little Igor.
Igor
Bruh,
Amadeus.
I watched that little guy jam out a fucking drum. He on the drums at a Cavalera show. The little Igor is fucking dope. That's your son?
Yeah,
Oh, he can
yeah,
jam, dude. He can jam. Well, I mean, shit, dude. You're not only a role model, but you're a freaking inspiration. Now, let me bring it back to Soulfly, man. Like when Soulfly happened and stuff like that, I know it was very unique and stuff. And I'm going to try and skip over a lot of stupid shit just to get to Dave Ellefson. Um, Dave Ellefson is a friend of mine, and I hope everything's okay with him. I don't really want to get into too much detail about what happened, and I don't know if we should even talk about it. But I support him as a human being. You know what I mean? I think if it's fucked up what he did, it's fucked up what he did. But I didn't check out the details of it. I don't know the details of it. But
yeah,
at least he's bouncing back a little bit. Do you guys ever talk? Do you ever jam and anything like that?
yeah. Because Dave live here, you know. In fact, when I did Prophecy, he
He's
played.
dope. Yeah,
He
yeah.
played in 3 songs, you know. Um, Yeah, and I don't know much of the details of that
I
either, man. I'm not a social media guy. I don't have a phone,
You
and
don't have a phone?
I don't have a phone,
Well,
and I never sent an email in my life.
you've never sent
I
an.
never sent an email to anyone.
That's like my mom and my aunt. They do not understand shit when it comes to like. But like you're very you seem like you're keen on the whole thing, but you probably just want
I am,
distancing.
but I don't want to get caught in the whole social media thing, so I just stay out of it,
Exactly.
on purpose.
Right.
Um, I do a couple of things like the Max tracks on Facebook, but that's on Gloria's was
Yeah.
on
No. I know.
Soulfly
Yeah. Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. But I myself, I don't go on Facebook and do
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of I don't know. I like to keep a little bit of the mystery and a little bit of the mystic. I don't want to go take a shit and show people I'm taking a shit. Here, I'm in the bathroom right now. People
Hi,
don't need to see
this
that.
is shit to the max, motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
do
funny right
none
there.
none of that. None of that, man.
Mierda en el
So
máximo, motherfucker.
I
No, no.
mean, even this thing that just came out with the coach with the John Gruden guy, I was thinking to. I'm glad I never even sent an email in my life. Look, this guy's got fired. Got his whole life is destroyed because of emails.
So much
Uh,
shit.
so
And if
much,
and
it's
the
crazy, man.
yeah, well, I mean, look, dude, as far as your Gloria, I mean, she's taking good care of you, man. And I was confused because I didn't know how to approach how much I'm a fan of you and how I can actually like dull it down. I grew up in a famous family to where like Tori Spelling was my babysitter and shit. And I never fucking trip on people, dude. But Max Cavalera, man. So let me ask you this crap. Let's go back to Dimebag. I know you guys were friends, man, right?
Yeah,
So shit. Once that went down, how did that change your approach to live shows? And I know it's been fucking years already with like 24, 23 years, but has it been? Shit, it's close. It's up there almost. It's
yeah,
something. How did that change your approach to being around people and letting people in at least on stage and stuff? Like, I mean, fuck, that changed everything.
yeah.
So what did that do to you?
Well, I tell you how much it affected me. It changed even the name of the record. I was making a record. I didn't have a name for it. I called the record Dark Ages because
Right.
it felt like we're entering we're entering the Dark Ages. They are murdering guitar players
Right.
on concerts, man. It was kind of surreal. I remember I was practicing. Um, I was in the studio actually, so I was practicing going to the studio. So I came back from the studio and I got the news. Gloria's like she just don't like. And she didn't even prepare me. I opened the door. She say, "Dimebag just got shot. He's dead." I was like, my brain just went
Yeah, I couldn't.
like, what the fuck you just told me? Hold on, say that again.
I
Like, let me.
couldn't.
I can't process that right now.
Yeah.
Um, and we knew people because we toured with them so many times. So we knew Cat, the drum roadie. He got shot in
Yeah.
the
No.
leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
comes to the shows. Uh, of course, Vinny, we knew everybody. So
Rest in
yeah,
peace,
man,
Vinny. Also.
what a shock, man. Yeah, it sucks.
But like, did your security change the way you would do meet and greets? Like, this is long before
No,
COVID and shit.
no,
You didn't give two
no.
fucks. You let people still get up on stage and throw themselves off and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah,
yeah, we
really.
do. I mean, that uh, none of that changes really. Like we just you just do it. If it happens, it will happen. I don't know. It's like you can't. There's it's like not there's not a way to live your life if you become so paranoid that you don't want to leave home
Right.
because you're afraid of what's going to happen to you. It's the same thing of going to weird countries. I'm addicted to going to weird countries. I ask my booking agent all the time, like book me in Iraq, man. I want to go to
Fucking take
Afghanistan.
me to goddamn Burundi,
I want to
motherfucker.
go play in Chechnya. Uh, so it's like it's the same thing. I like to go to those places and play where stuff is crazy, but you get all the best shows because those people are starving from metal. They love it, man. It's great.
Well, now that we're on to that, and I don't want to take too much of your time because I'm literally fucking in love with this conversation right now, and I know you got shit to do. But All right. So the world has changed. The world has changed. And back in the day, people would run around and they would throw flyers and they would like try to promote that way. You would need record contracts. You would need all this crap. But now with the internet, now with everything, um, what advice would Mr. Max Cavalera, the god of all fucking motherfuckers, give to somebody who's trying to come up in this day and age and in this industry? And what's the focus? Obviously, you need a solid product. You need music, you need talent, you need motherfucking metal shit. But then what? We looking for record contracts? Are we looking for marketing? What are we looking for? A Facebook like what do we do, man?
Well, first I think is you gotta take care of the music side,
Right.
before any of that. Uh, make sure you're good and your music and the guys you're playing with is good. Um, I think that comes before the music comes first. Like get really good at it. Play a lot of cover songs. Like learn, spend time with your instrument. Get good at it. And then after that is you have to hustle, man. You gotta do things other people don't want to do it. That's the
Right.
only way you're gonna get it. You really it's like the best advice I can give. It is because we did it, back in the day. We
Yeah.
hustle so much that we got what the things that came to us. We didn't wait it for things to fall in our lap. We
Mhm.
didn't wait for somebody to make those things. We went after them. Then you find the right people. That's very important.
That's
you know
what's up.
I was blessed to I found people like Gloria
Yeah, dude.
and some of the crew guys that we have, like Kenny, my guitar tech, is with me for like 22 years. Um, those are like lifers. I call them lifers.
Yeah, right.
So try to find lifers, people that they're not gonna quit on you next week or quit on you in 1 year. They're gonna be with you for as long as it takes.
Right, right.
Those are probably the advice that I'll give. But you have to hustle
What about selling shit? Like you don't sell albums anymore. Like what do you do? Like what do you fucking
that stuff. I don't know about it.
merchandise? I'm thinking it's merchandise.
Merchandise is good.
Ticket sales
Um,
and
Playing concerts, of course.
playing
Try to
concerts.
get your
Yeah.
name out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm too crazy about this idea of it, that people just they just do just things for likes. Um,
Yeah, I don't like it
I don't know.
either.
There's
Not
something
for
there's something quite not natural about that goes against the natural metal order.
exactly.
Metal is rebellious. Like when you're doing things like that, you're you're almost like it's a pop approach. Those
Mm,
like things are like
exactly. It's
pop
beyond a pop
music,
approach. It's
you know.
it's literally as fucking pop approach as it gets, man.
Yeah. So I look at my career, man, and I still go plays like sometimes, shithole. I call them shithole venues. The place that smells like death when you're walking in. Uh,
Which is usually a combination of vomit, fucking piss,
yeah,
and sweat. Like
yeah.
I've been there many a time, man.
You have to, and it's a never-ending thing. But if you love it, it doesn't bother you, man. Because like to me, I don't give a shit about Grammys. In fact, I have a Grammy joke. Grammy is like hemorrhoids. Eventually, every asshole will get one. Oh,
That's funny. Hey man, fuck everything like that, dude. I don't give two
yeah, yeah.
shits about
I don't play
Grammy.
music for that, man. Like I said, music
Ah,
is my weapon. I use it. I love reading bad comments. Sometimes I read bad shit about me that gives me fire, fuel to go play a show and get more pissed off, and then you have a better
that's
show.
that's what I'm saying. When I get into an argument or some weird shit, like I immediately turn it around. And if I hear like negative fucking crap to me, man, I immediately turn it around.
I told that to my kids. Because they were reading some stuff, and some of it was the internet is full of cowards, man.
Man,
It's
fuck
all
everybody.
cowards, pretty much. So it's all people, in their basement in a computer and typing, "Oh, you fucking suck, man. Oh, you you old and you fat and you can't sing and
Hey, fuck
you
off
know
with the old and
um,
fat thing, man. Because look, dude, I'm not doing too hot myself right now.
well, what
Dude,
do you
you
do? You use that, man, as a weapon, and you go out there and do your thing. Do what you love.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
do this thing, uh, and and if it was about like I don't know the way I look at it, if it was about being fit, then I should choose a different career, like being a model, like being like a Playboy model.
You
No,
are
that's not what I chose.
fuck
I'm a
Playboy. What?
musician,
Who we talking about? Peter Steele right now, or some Playgirl
right?
motherfucker? Remember that
Anyway,
motherfucker?
like I don't give a shit about those things. Like
No, dude, you are a
even
model.
even appearances, man. It's
Do
like
you realize that you are a model? Like you
yeah, but
literally
I
are. As,
consciously I don't give a fuck about it. Like
yeah,
I give zero fucks about that.
right. Well, dude, all I'm saying is like, look, I'm not trying to fanboy out on you very much, but like Max, you really are like what people strive to be. You know what I mean? And
Right on, man.
fucking
I appreciate that. I
no,
appreciate
fuck,
that.
dude. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but fuck you. I'm serious. Like you are the shit, and the amount of things that go into this entire situation, which what you just said is pretty pivotal for a lot of people. Don't go in there just to try
Yeah,
to look pretty and try to get your likes and shit like that. Make the
yeah,
fucking music count, and then hook up with the right people on your damn team and everything that might just go forward.
yeah.
That's
And then like let the music be your motivation, your main real. I get so motivated, man, because I talk to a lot of fans, through the years, and I heard some amazing stories, man. Stuff that is heartbreaking. Like there's guys that come to me. It's like I had a wife and she had cancer, and on her deathbed she listened to Soulfly to the last second. She
good.
died. She died, but she died listening to you. And like how hard that hits you, man, when you hear something like that. That hits you like a ton of bricks, man. Yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that. I told the guy like thank you. It means a lot to me, but it's like beyond comprehension. I tried to put myself in the hospital room. This guy and his wife listened to Soulfly, and Soulfly was helping her get through, and she couldn't because it was cancer. Cancer is a motherfucker, man. But you know, stuff like that motivates me to do
I'd
what I
like
do.
to think he was back to the primitive though.
Yeah, stuff like that
I
motivates
love
me,
that
man.
shit.
Like makes and there's other stories. Like I meet guys from the Marines that were at war. They were flying helicopters in Afghanistan and Iraq, and they were listening to Max music. And
Max music
that's
to
pretty crazy. That's
Max music
crazy.
to the max, motherfucker. All right, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close this one out like this. Apparently, apparently, and apparently, you're into the Detroit motherfucking Lions. How did that
Yeah,
happen?
Lions.
My father is from Michigan, and he watches every Lions game.
Lions is
So
the most liked team right now because you see the coach crying, man. That was heartbreaking, and
uh,
they're the worst team on the league. They,
it's
they
always been like Barry Sanders. If he would have fucking not retired when he retired, he would have blown out that goddamn rushing yard.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Anyway, by the way, I have no connection to Detroit because
No,
I'm
I
from,
know.
I'm from Brazil.
Yeah.
I picked the Lions because I'm a Leo.
You're a fucking Leo,
Right. Yeah.
bro. When's your birthday?
August 4.
August 12th.
There you go. See,
Hola, señor.
we're alike.
Hey.
So I picked the team because of that. And I remember when I picked the team, Gloria looked at me. She goes, "Get ready to lose.
Yeah, you're gonna lose
You,
big.
you better enjoy pain. You better enjoy pain and punishment." And
Now Phoenix
but
is the
you know I'm a real fan. I'm not changing the team. I will see them in a Super Bowl one of these years. I don't know when it's
man, pero probably not. But like, I'll be there too if they
right.
do. Like, that's my football team. But I'm a Laker guy. And by the way, check this out. Let me know what you have to think about this one. I'm trying to change the name of the Staples Center to the Mamba Memorial Center. And
That's awesome.
yeah, but I'm trying. I know Phil Handy. He's the assistant coach, and we're gonna do a little conversation like this too. And I've already started a petition. I told Gloria about it.
Yeah, yeah. She told me about it.
It's
That's cool.
it's a fucking uphill process, man. And I got to deal with these people at Staples. I'm like, dude, nobody gives a fuck about Staples, dude.
My young grandkid's a huge Lakers fan.
Bruh,
Huge
like
Lakers.
fucking. So I'm trying to do that too in the process, dude. And it's not gonna be goddamn easy. But like I'd like to think that you agree with me on it. And here's the funny part: I did not think that the Phoenix Suns were gonna be as good as they were last year, but they were
Yeah.
fucking good, man. So
Yeah.
like, you know, you guys got a good shot. But like, hey, thanks for supporting the idea, man. I'm gonna flash that on the screen too. Check out the petition.
Awesome, man. Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, next time we're in LA for a concert, something we'll come by. We'll come
Dude,
by.
no, you're coming to Beverly Hills and we're gonna fucking party out, man. It's
Right on.
totally sober, just a lot of fucking skewers.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, fuck. Dude, Max Cavalera, you are the goddamn man. So what's next? What is that? That's you or me? That's probably you.
That's me.
All right. Hey, what's next? And if you don't really feel like sharing that, bro, everybody just fucking look up Max Cavalera. But what are you up to
Yeah.
right now?
I'm actually continued the Max tracks. You know, it's going good. It's I enjoy doing it. It's for free. It's on Facebook's every Tuesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Phoenix time. For anybody that want to watch it, I don't know. It's fun. I just bullshit with the fans and play guitar and show the riffs
Dude,
that I created
man.
2 years.
Now that we're talking, I'm a damn good guitarist, bro. You're one of my motivations. I'm not just saying this because like you're on the spot, but I would love to jam with you one day, man. And
All right, yeah.
not even kidding, dude. You will trip out. I actually do have an album coming out. Fuck all that jazz. Let's just go make some skewers and fucking laugh at everything that's really going on, man.
Yeah. And then next year, I hope I can get back to touring heavily. We're gonna have a new Soulfly record. That shit's gonna be awesome.
Is that what's going on?
The record is pretty fire, man. It's
Hell
like
yeah.
it's really it's got a lot of like really different stuff on it that I know a lot of musicians always said that about their records.
Could you
I don't-
imagine
I don't
somebody
have-
be like, "No, I got a new record. It fucking sucks."
Records to me are like kids. I don't have a favorite one because it's like picking a kid. You can't
Right.
pick a favorite kid.
Oh man, don't even start.
All of
Trey.
them are a bunch of misbehaved motherfuckers.
Yeah, well,
All the
yeah.
records are too. And
Yes, that
and
is
whatever happens to the records, it will happen. Like people's favorite records change. You know, a lot of people. The other day, I was surprised. I asked my son what's his favorite record that I ever done, and he told me it was Soulfly, first Soulfly,
Which son?
Igor.
Igor.
And I was like, really? Like out of everything I've done, you know? He's like, yep, Soulfly is when you're at your angriest. I was like, wow.
I kind of agree
That's
with
his
that.
perception of me, you know.
But see, since fucking Chaos ID and shit was such a like album for me and stuff, like I love Soulfly, but bro, like I listen. I know this sounds insane, but I listen to that album a few times a week, not from beginning to end, but there's going to be
Soulfly gets a little bit of a bad rap in a metal world. I think it's a little bit like I don't know why I feel like it's maybe because of Sepultura. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all it is, Max. That's all it is.
Right. Yeah.
It's because everyone wants you to be in fucking Sepultura.
Right.
The whole world's like, Max.
Like if you break down, you know, the Soulfly record, there's a lot of good shit on those. Like Jump the Fuck Up.
Dude, they're all great.
Prophecy, Ritual, you know.
All of it. This is the prophecy. Dude, but what I'm saying, anybody
I just love metal. I just want to play metal, man. That's what I'm here for. Like I don't give a shit about anything else. Nothing matters except playing metal and enjoying life and traveling and playing for the fans and having a great family and making friends like you. That's all it matters.
Thank you, sir. And skewers. And we're gonna be fucking hanging out soon, man. Bro.
Yeah.
Everybody, man, Max fucking Cavalera. All right, dude. I'm gonna talk to you soon, my friend.
All right, brother.
All right,
Thanks for the interview.